Hey guys, this is Ben, the newest member of TeamNobodyFTW, and I decided to do my very first deck build. And today I'll be showing you guys a Gravekeeper deck that I've been using. It recently top local tournament here in Hanford, and I just want to show it to you guys, alright? So here we go. First off, 3 spies. I'm just telling you now, 3 spies make this deck work. It makes it fluid. It helps with swarming too, so you can't go wrong with that. 3 Descendants. Gotta love his effect. Tribute a Gravekeeper. Destroy a card in the field. Works wonders with this deck. And 3 Commandants to get that easy Necrovite to your hand. Also makes a very good beat stick when you need them. Now here's the odd guy of the group. I have 3 guards just because I like his effect. Return back to the hand. I like to ruin my opponent's strategy. Can't go wrong with that. And 2 recruiters. I know I'm supposed to have 3, but just can't find a third one anywhere. And I think 2 is good enough for Gravekeeper's deck. Works well, runs smoothly. 2 Gravekeeper's Assailants, so I have something to attack with. Get rid of my opponent's monsters. And 3 and just 1 Visionary. He's just pretty much just useful for a beat stick in case my opponent has too strong a monster. Now, up to spells. 3 Necrovalley, the key card in any Gravekeeper's deck. Without Necrovalley, you're pretty much sunk. Very anti-meta this deck is. Just locks down the graveyard for both players, but this deck's not based around using the graveyard so much, so it doesn't really harm me. 3 Gravekeeper Stells. You can't really hurt having more monsters in your hands. Keep reducing Recruiter, keep activating the effect. Your opponent's gonna be mad no matter what. 3 Book of Moons. Use on your opponent to stall, or use on your own monster to save him, or use it on Spy to reuse his effect next turn. 2 Enemy Controllers. A nice trick I learned is to tribute Recruiter, then take control of one of your opponent's monsters. Therefore, you got a monster, and you get to add another monster to your hand. Royal Tribute just pisses people off because they have to get rid of all the monsters in the hand. It sucks. 1 MST. I have another MST in my side deck, but you know, really can't hurt with that. Swords Revealing Light, again, a great stalling card. No attacks, it's pretty good with me. Burden of the Mighty. Once again, another good stalling card. Lowers your opponent's monster attack, and gives you time to plan a counter attack. And 1 Solidarity. Just great for boosting up your opponent's monsters. This deck runs solely great spellcasters, so that can't be bad. Alright, 2 Boundlesses, a staple in any deck. Gets rid of a monster for free. Just make sure the monster is over 1500 attack or more. Dimensional Prison. Who doesn't love Dimensional Prison? Get to remove a monster from play, man. Can't go wrong with that. Dark Bribe. Yeah. This card is really good for negating things like Lightning Vortex or Dark Hold, especially if allowing cards on your side of the field. Drawback is your opponent gets to draw a card, but it's worth it, man. That's all I can say. Now I use 2 Divine Wrath just because I like this deck. My deck right here is focused on negation, not swarming. I want to make sure my opponent can't do a thing to counter me, so that's why I had 2 of these. I also use a Solemn Judgment as a backup to anything if all else fails. Can't really go wrong with Solemn Judgment. Of course, the price is very steep if you misplay it. And last but not least, a Mirror Force, another staple in every deck. Mass Destruction right here, man. You can't beat that, really. Okay, the reason why I'm showing you this deck, because this deck was the one that helped me get into Team Nobody FTW. I took the first duel by using Descendant and Recruiter over and over again. I had a massive hand advantage, which was just too much for Lester to handle. But I got utterly dominated in the second round. Just had a bad hand to start off with. I couldn't recover. The funny is, in the third round, there wasn't a winner. There was pretty much the longest duel I have ever had in history. We both just shorted out our deck 43 to 40. He was constantly synchro summoning. I was just stalling for time. It wasn't until, 2 minutes left in the duel that I managed to play a Necro Valley. So I went almost half an hour without Necro Valley on the field, and I just managed to keep his monsters at bay. Luckily, I won by deck out, and that's how I got into the team. So not too bad, not too bad. Anyway, Gravekeepers are, well, they're a very good deck type now. So, that's it. To recap, this has been with Team Nobody FTW, showing off my Gravekeeper deck. Alright, thanks guys, see ya.